Hello guys, welcome to Simply Math. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. And now today's topic would be properties of real numbers. When we talk about properties of real numbers, we talk about the operations that goes with it. So let's talk about the different properties of real numbers. The first property is the commutative property. The commutative property can be applied into addition and multiplication. As you can see, addition, a plus b is equal to b plus a. You just change the position of the variables in in the expression. So the variable of a goes to the left and the variable of b goes to the right. Sorry, goes to the left, b, and a goes to the right. For example, in addition, negative 2 plus 7 is just equal to 7 plus negative 2. If you evaluate them, these both sides of equation, it will become 5. For multiplication, you get a times b plus is equal to b times a. So, for example, if you have negative 11 times negative 4, that's equal to negative 4 times negative 11. Evaluating it, it'll be positive 44. But take note, it could not be applied the commutative property to subtraction and division. 17 minus 5 is not equal to 5 minus 17. And similarly, a minus b is not necessarily equal to b minus a. And take note that 20 divided by 5 is not equal to 5 divided by 20. The next property is the associative property. This one, when you change the grouping, it does not affect the result of addition or multiplication. For example, a plus group of b plus c is equal to a plus b grouped together plus c. So an example would be 15 plus negative 9 plus 23 is also equal to 15 plus negative 9 plus 23, which wherein negative 9 and 23 are grouped together, and here 15 and 9 is grouped together. So if you just change the groupings, the result would always be the same. Similarly, for multiplication, you get a times b times c is equal to a times b times c. You just change the grouping and the results are still the same. For example, 3 times 4 times 5 is just equal to 12 times 5 is equal to 60. And 3 times 4 times 5 is equal to 3 times 20 and just equal to 60 again. But you cannot use it for subtraction and division. Remember, 8 minus 3 minus 15 is not equal to 8 minus 3 minus 15. Just say, for example, 8 minus 3 minus 15 here, 3 minus 15 becomes 12. Multiply the signs, it becomes positive. 8 plus 12 is 20. However, if we minus 8 minus 3, it's equal to 5. 5 minus 15 is equal to negative 10. So the results are not the same. Similarly, if we have 6 divided by 8 divided by 4, it's not equal to 64 divided by 8 divided by 4. For example, here in this side, 8 divided by 4 is 2, 64 divided by 2 is 32, while 64 divided by 8 is 8, 8 divided by 4 is 2. So both sides doesn't have the equal values. Distributive properties. So if you have distributive properties, take note that a times b plus c is equal to a times b plus a times c. The product of a factor times a sum is the sum of the factor times each term in the sum. For example, 4 times 12 times 12 minus times 12 plus negative 7. That's equal to 4 times 12 times plus 4 times negative 7. That's equal to negative 28 and 48. and just add this, it becomes 20. But take note that it could not be done on multiplication over division distribution. For example, 6 plus 3 times 5 is not equal to 6 plus 3 times 6 times 5, because in this side 3 times 5 is 15, 6 plus 15 is 21, while in this case 6 plus 3 is 9, 6 plus 5 is 11, so 9 times 11 is 99, so they are not the same. If we have the special case of distribution, the sum of the terms is subtracted if it's like this: a minus b is equal to a plus negative b. For example, 12 minus 5 minus 3 is equal to negative 12 plus negative 1 times 5 minus 3. Now distribute negative. So 12 plus 5 at 1 times negative 1 times 5 is 5, and negative 1 times 3 is negative 3 or positive 3. So negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. 12 plus negative 2, it's just equal to 10. Let's move on to the identity property. For the identity property, take note that the addition is a plus 0, it's equal to by itself, which is a. And in multiplication, a times 1 is equal to a. Just for example, 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. Negative 3 plus 0 is negative 3. 12 times 1 is equal to 12. And negative 10 times 1 is equal to negative 10. We move on to the inverse properties. The inverse properties in addition, let me read. For every real number a unique number is called an additive inverse, denoted by negative a. When added to the original number, the result is the additive identity 0. For example, a plus negative a is just equal to 0. And another example would be 8 plus negative 8 is equal to 0. In terms of multiplication can have an inverse properties as well, but it could not be done for 0 because 0 is the reciprocal is not defined. So for every real number a, there's a unique number called multiplicative inverse or reciprocal, denoted by 1 over a. When multiplied to the original number, the result is a multiplicative identity. So for example, if we have a times 1 over a, that's equal to 1. 2 times 1 half is equal to 1. Negative 2 over 3 times 1 over negative 2 over 3, that's just equal to negative 2 over 3. Get the reciprocal of this. It becomes negative 3 over 2, and it just multiplies to 1. Let's have some problems. So negative 23 times 5 times 11 times negative 5 times negative 5 over 23. So for example, we just see that the negative 23 over 5 is just multiplied to negative 1. Similarly, 5 over 23 is multiplied by negative 1. What I did was just to multiply 11 and 1 to 5 over 23. So that gives you negative 55 over 23. And that also, in the other side, it gives you negative 23 times 5. Since negative 23 has a reciprocal of negative 1 half, so that would give you just an identity of 1. And this 1 over 5 times 55, you just divide 55 by 5, that's equal to 11. 1 times 11 is equal to 11. 5 times 6 plus 2, 6.2 plus 0.4. 5 times 6 plus 2, distribute it, the 5. So that would give you 5 times 6 plus 0.2. times 5 times 0.4. 5 times 6.2 is just 31. 5 times 0.4 is just 2. 31 plus 2 is 33. How about 18 minus 7 minus 15? That would be equal to, just distribute the negative sign or negative 1 to 7 and 15. That would give you negative 1 times 7 plus negative 1 times 1 times 15. So just evaluate the signs. Negative 1 times 7 is negative. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive. You just have 15 here. Negative 7 plus 15 is 8. 18 plus 8 is just 26. On the next number, we have 17 over 18 plus 4 over 9 plus negative 17 over 18. So what I did was just to interchange 4 over 9 to 7 over 18 and regroup them by commutative property and associative property. So 17 over 18 minus 17 over 80, that's just 0. And you just only have 4 over 9 by identity property, becomes 4 over 9. And letter E, 6 times negative 3 plus 6 times 3 is just, just take out the negative 3, you put it outside of the sum, like 3 times 6 times negative 1 plus 6, and then 6 plus negative 6 plus 6 is just 0. 3 times 0 is just 0. So guys, thank you for watching my video. Please stay tuned for more episodes and videos. And don't forget guys, keep solving and see you in the next episode.